Dream Cars, the myth of Ferrari. Created with a burning passion, embodying the magic of unparalleled emotions, myth and magic. Painted in bright red, every Ferrari is an automotive dream come true. Irresistibly beautiful. Ferrari, the most fascinating car brand in the world. The epitome of sports car culture, the perfection of Italian craftsmanship, a religion in red. Ferrari. The sports car with the cavallino rampante in the coat of arms is the epitome of an elegant and hot-blooded appearance. As a moderately successful racing driver, Enzo Ferrari is a genius as an inventor and designer. In 1947, he builds the first Ferrari, a racing car. The racing workshop in Maranello, Italy quickly becomes a dream factory. Already in the 1950s, it is chic to drive a Ferrari in the international jet set. Explosivity, sensuality, and the feeling of sitting in a racing car are only available ex-works from Maranello. Enzo Ferrari earns a fortune by selling amateurs his dream of fast driving. The long list of distinguished and wealthy Ferrari owners includes Steve McQueen, John Lennon, and Ingrid Bergman. Ferrari is obsessed with car racing. His road cars are for the Commendatore a means to an end. With them, he earns money for expensive racing adventures. But Enzo knows he can only earn money with nice cars, so he attaches great importance to extraordinary and breathtaking design. The myth Ferrari rapidly gains momentum. It feeds on the strong personality of Enzo Ferrari. From racing successes, and the incomparable brilliance of the brand. Enzo Ferrari's masterpiece is the 250 GTO. The GTO condenses the myth Ferrari into a 240-centimeter wheelbase like no other. With an auction price of around $50 million in 2017, it is then the most coveted and expensive car in the world. As an extreme sports car in the 1980s, the Testarossa is a car that no one at that time had seen before. The body, ultra-wide. The forms, ultra-progressive, including 12 cylinders and a racing suspension. In 1987, the F40 is Enzo Ferrari's last opus and, at the time, an automotive utopia. The F40 is a milestone in automotive history, the perfection of the old super sports car, without traction control, power steering, or ABS. An elementary particle accelerator made from fiberglass and aluminum. The glamour of the F40 still radiates today on all Ferrari models. For the 70th anniversary of the brand in 2017, Ferrari is making a particularly exciting and swift commemorative gift, the 812 Superfast. The engine delivers an incredible 800 horsepower. The Superfast is a superlative automobile. Beneath the long hood of the Superfast lies a V12 engine, just like in 1947 in the first model from Enzo Ferrari.
Especially important for Ferrari is the engine, because that's not just an engine, but for Enzo Ferrari it was the heart of the car. And for him, only a V12 came into question. And you can see that in all of the exclusive models of today. They all still have this V12 engine.
The 812 is a race car of superlatives. It is the most powerful and fastest production Ferrari ever, and at the same time, the most powerful front-engine sports car in the world. Breathtaking, sophisticated, extravagant. The 812 is a car that only Ferrari can build. Without Enzo Ferrari, there would be no Ferrari and no myth. Enzo Ferrari originally did not want to build cars. He wanted to be a racing driver.
I remember that in 1914, I saw a picture of Raffaele di Palma when he had just won the Indianapolis 500. I said to myself, this man is Italian. Why couldn't I be a racing driver like him one day? All of my actions have been a consequence of this adolescent dream.
Car races and cars. With this unconditional focus, Enzo Ferrari leaves behind a life's work that makes his name immortal. No other brand is so closely associated with the name of its founder than Ferrari.
The personality of this extraordinary man shapes the brand to this day. When I'm in a Ferrari, I still have the impression that there's a bit of Enzo driving along.
Every model fully fueled with myth and magic makes Ferrari the most fascinating brand in the world. Ferrari is the only brand that has what everyone else is looking for, that certain something. In 2002, Ferrari pays homage to the company's founder with the Enzo Ferrari.
The Enzo Ferrari was a jet on the road in its day. Formula One technology, looked like a jet plane, was incredibly fast, was only allocated when you were on a waiting list and you could not buy it so easily. Was built only 399 times and the 400th went to the Pope. If you took away the body, you had a Formula One car. Latest technology available, ceramic disc brakes, rocker switch, sequential gearbox, racing on the road.
In 2002, the Enzo Ferrari is the fastest, most powerful and most expensive sports car in the world. The performance data are extraordinary. The V12 engine with 660 horsepower enables speeds beyond 350 kilometers an hour. The Ferrari Enzo is a car without compromise. When approaching its limits, it even challenges experienced drivers, because the Enzo has done away with all electronic driving assistance except for traction control. The Enzo Ferrari, a Formula One car in road dress and a raging monument to Enzo Ferrari. 10 years after the Enzo, Ferrari builds the next supercar, the La Ferrari, a symphony in red.
Interestingly, the La Ferrari was no longer designed by Pininfarina, but in the own in-house design, so you can clearly see the strong influences taken from Formula One.
It is the essence of 70 years of sports and racing cars, the essence of 70 years of Ferrari. the LaFerrari, the king of super sports cars. On the track, the LaFerrari shows why it is the champion in the Supercar League. No other car is faster, more precise, and lighter. No other car from Maranello is more Ferrari than the LaFerrari.
The technology from Formula One with the care system built into this hybrid system. I mean, what more could you want? It's the latest in technology with a stunning design, the non plus ultra. Actually, I think Ferrari would have to close down the bulkheads after this car because it will not get any better.
No other Ferrari embodies the excellence of the Maranello brand as perfectly as the LaFerrari. Ferrari is not a brand that can be found in commercials on television or in the classified section of a newspaper. Above all, Ferrari wants to appeal to people worldwide through its involvement in Formula One and, in addition, maintains contact with its customers through tours, events, and race meetings.
If you look at the advertising of Ferrari, it's noticeable that they do not actually advertise in the classical sense as almost all other manufacturers do. Why? The demand for Ferraris is already greater than the supply. So in this respect, Ferrari can go a completely different way in terms of marketing. They keep the exclusivity high and thus the credibility of the brand through a very narrow communication, which is very targeted, especially with regard to motorsport activities and design-oriented events.
The highlight of the Ferrari events are the racing days, which take place every year on several continents.
Ferrari gives its customers the opportunity to go with their own Ferrari on the racetrack, even feel like Schumacher or Vettel. The Ferrari Days are a huge festival where the brand celebrates itself. Up to 10,000 Ferraristi come together, celebrate their Formula One drivers, their cars, and this is a huge spectacle. And latest, on that day, everyone really dreams of owning a Ferrari. And in this great intensity, that is only possible with Ferrari, with no other brand.
As the only auto manufacturer in the world, Ferrari has its own theme park, the largest indoor theme park in the world.
The Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi is a superlative automotive theme park. Ferrari has set a memorial with it. Actually, only Ferrari can do this. Their cars look like they're in a huge Hollywood movie, and the brand itself, with its legendary story, looks like a fairy tale.
The world's fastest roller coaster, a roof of 900 tons of steel, and the largest Ferrari logo ever built. The Abu Dhabi theme park perfectly presents the extravaganza of the Ferrari brand. One of the stars in the automotive universe of Ferrari is the 488 GTB.
The body of the 488 shows something very special. You can feel a sublime mixture of hidden aggression and a very soft organic line, which effectively only Ferrari can do.
Formula One technology packaged in Ferrari red forms that couldn't be more exciting. This is the 488, a laboriously civilized race car, a masterpiece of design with 670 horsepower.
A Ferrari is not just a sports car. It's a total work of art. And that shows up in the 488, because it has the most exciting design in its category and the most exclusive engine, which was named as Engine of the Year in several categories.
Above all, 488 drivers need the courage to outdo the potential of the Ferrari.
The engineers at Maranello have not only overcome turbo lag, but seem to have circumvented the limits of physics, because one can achieve speeds in corners so that you'll be scared out of your mind.
Extreme performance, combined with perfect drivability, makes the 488 the king of sports cars. No other brand embodies the idea of a beautiful and fast sports car as perfectly as Ferrari. Already in the early years, Ferrari is courted by the best bodymakers and designers, like Pininfarina, Sergio Scaglietti, and Zagato.
Interestingly, the Ferraris looked different at the beginning. It was Enzo himself who, with an unerring instinct and an outrageous talent for marketing, realized that he should adapt the stylistic vocabulary of these cars in such a way that it would turn him from a mere sports car manufacturer into a true iconic brand.
Every Ferrari has these classic features that immediately make you realise it's a Maranello car. This is the grille, the air intakes, the round tail lights, the tachometer in the middle, and earlier it was also the open shift gate.
A Ferrari is a work of art, so that you will never be able to mistake a Ferrari for another sports car. Ferrari is always Ferrari at first glance.
The factory in Maranello has built irresistibly beautiful sports cars for 70 years. One of the most breathtaking creations is the 488 Spider, the blueprint of an Italian dream convertible. Even when standing still, the 488 gives the impression of the desire for the intoxication of speed under the Mediterranean sun.
The Ferrari 488 Spider is a superlative, both in terms of technology and as well as far as the design is concerned. The curving, beautiful shape make it the most beautiful convertible in the world.
The 488 Spider is a sculptural beauty, shaped as if from a single mold. Its designers categorically refused to add spoilers and wings, which could take momentum from its lines. The engine plays in the back of the driver like a metallic orchestra. It embodies the core competence of Ferrari. The 8-cylinder stands for racing technology, embedded in everyday life in a road sports car. More than any other open race car, the 488 Spider embodies potenza e passione, power and passion. Seductive sensuality, flowing lines, and Italian grandeur. The Ferrari California T. Since the 1950s, the California models of Ferrari are considered the epitome of elegance. exclusivity, and sportiness. Now, the Ferrari Portofino continues the California range. Like the famous harbor town, the Portofino stands for discreet luxury. The Portofino borrows the technical concept from the California: front engine, rear-wheel drive, and a foldable hardtop, plus 4 seats. Sporty suspension, a V8 turbo with 600 horsepower. The Portofino meets all the expectations of a stunning roadster.
The car has a magnificent precision, enabling also the non-pro driver to be fast and careless in curves, because the body is well made and has the necessary rigidity.
Despite all its power and dynamics, the Portofino can also be driven at a leisurely pace if desired. The Ferrari Portofino, a big boy toy and open Gran Turismo at the same time.
Enzo Ferrari was in the right place at the right time. In the early 50s, comparable to the economic miracle in Germany, there was a massive boom in Italy after the war, and at that time people were actually ready to show money and success again. And Enzo Ferrari built the right cars for it, beautifully designed, highly sporty, exclusive. Together with racing successes, Ferrari became the most sought-after sports car brand back then, exactly suitable for their clientele, the international jet set and wealthy aristocracy.
Fast Gran Turismo sports cars aren't only a tasteful way to present wealth and success, but also the fastest way to travel. And no other brand has cultivated the construction of fast and beautiful GTs as much as Ferrari. Today, it is the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta that is set to turn the heads of the international jet set.
The F12 has this classic Gran Turismo design from the 50s and 60s. This long muzzle, front engine, and this short tail. But that's pure high-tech and a real racing machine.
But despite 740 horsepower, the F12 Berlinetta is an everyday Gran Turismo. A bella macchina, a red goddess. Formula One superstar Sebastian Vettel tests the latest masterpiece from the dream factory of Maranello, the LaFerrari Aperta, on the 70th anniversary of Ferrari. Since 1950, since the start of Formula One, Ferrari is the only team to have started in every Grand Prix.
Formula One is a key success factor for Ferrari and contributes significantly to the glory and glamour of the brand. Honda, Renault, even Mercedes did not succeed in transferring the sporting fascination of Formula One to the brand.
Motorsport is the origin of the Ferrari brand and its lifeblood. For almost all Formula One legends, it was the pinnacle of their career to drive for Ferrari. For Austrian Niki Lauda, Argentine Juan Manuel Fangio, and German Michael Schumacher.
It's difficult enough to become Formula One world champion, but only those who become world champion in a Ferrari become true heroes. Because this hero worship is only possible with Ferrari, and of course, that reflects on the cars and on the brand.
Formula One is Ferrari, and Ferrari is Formula One. But even people who don't happen to be Sebastian Vettel or Niki Lauda can buy a street-legal Formula One car, the LaFerrari Aperta.
I've always thought LaFerrari is the non plus ultra, and it doesn't get any better. But now, they've made it convertible. So that's the way a Formula One driver without a helmet has to feel.
Enzo Ferrari was convinced that you first have to dream a car before you can build it. The LaFerrari Aperta would have fulfilled all his dreams. Fire red icons. Racing cars for the road. Only the cars with the prancing stallion in the coat of arms have that certain something. A glamorous aura, the radiance of eternal youth, and the laurels of victory. Every Ferrari is a masterpiece, built with southern temperament and graceful lightness. A synonym known around the world for speed, style, and serenity.